Well, in the other video we talked about time traveling.
Yes, very interesting concept.
So, what if we had to fight Sasquatch back in time? We're going to have to put our time traveling hats on.
Yeah, I was going to put my time traveling hat on, but this is a future one. So, that won't work in the Old West.
We don't know anything about that. We might have pulse rifles to fight Bigfoot.
Yeah, they'll probably make a 10mm pulse rifle.
Yeah,
like they did in Aliens. Yeah, They foresaw the best round.
They probably had to fight Batman at some point.
Yeah. I mean, if you're fighting, what do they call those? Xenomorphs?
Yeah, xenomorphs.
Yeah, I mean, Batman, nothing.
Yeah.
You got a 10mm pulse rifle that indicates the amount of rounds.
How many?
That's pretty sweet.
How many Batmans would it take to fight off one xenomorph?
Ooh, that's good. Well, he doesn't use lethal force.
Yeah, but these are aliens, so...
And they got acid blood and the, like... Yeah, they'd get him. He couldn't...
Well, I know they would get him. I wonder how many of them it would take to get one xenomorph.
And, like...
half a dozen?
How many Batmans?
Yeah.
Like, if you had... Would it be a plurality of one, or like you have Adam West and Val Kilmer?
Could he go through the whole line of
them? I think he could.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, Adam West, it wouldn't even be a...
Yeah, he's already dead, so... Not. We keep talking about Adam West being dead. Anyway, Old West...
Yeah, if we got dropped off into the Wild West and we had to fight fictional characters...
Bringing modern-day wheel guns... Can't do it because they would see this and be like, what's that strange futuristic weapon? It looks so weird.
You must be one of them devil peoples.
So you gotta carry the weapons of the period.
Yeah, period, correct.
Also with the clothes, which we don't have, but we do have some of the weapons. So, Bigfoot, Wild West.
Yeah, because this started off as Bigfoot when we were talking.
Right. How to fight Bigfoot.
And I don't know why we decided the Wild West, but yeah, we're in the Wild West in this.
I mean, if you're going with a fictional character like Bigfoot, you might as well go into a strange
environment to do it.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, okay. Where would we be fighting? In like a town? Or like the outskirts, wilderness? Because
probably a wilderness type of thing.
Then you won't have to worry about like over penetration.
No, you don't have to worry about knocking up the local saloon folks.
So if you're in the Wild West,
if Bigfoot was in the saloon, you'd have bigger problems.
It could be like a Harry and the Henderson deal, but back then.
Oh, you know, we're trying to move in and befriend people.
He infiltrates, befriends some people.
Bigfoots are sneaky,
and then he crashes through your floor. Does a lot of property damage. We can't have that happen. So
not in the Wild West.
No. I mean,
they were struggling.
You have to protect the homestead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if he's out like on a ranch, like in the wilderness, in his territory, you might be walking around for a while. You don't want to carry something too big where you get tired, but you want a long gun, and it has to be reliable. Multiple shots probably, because he'll probably take a lot of bullets to go down.
Yeah.
So what are our options back then? Because back then, rifle speaking, unless you had like a revolving shotgun, mostly you had like
those things suck.
A single shot. Oh, the 50 caliber. What is it called? Sharps. That would be cool. But still, that's one bullet.
It's one bullet. If you miss that Sasquatch is going to be on you.
Yeah, and fast, because the fictional Sasquatch can move very quickly.
Yeah.
And some might say even he could teleport, but we're not going to go into teleporting.
You're fighting with teleporting.
No, just regular. But
he might be an alien.
He might. Who knows?
Like Alf.
Yeah, fighting Alf would be different too.
We'll come back to Alf.
We'll come back. So, all right, outside, lighter weapon, multiple rounds, long gun. You got a Henry repeating rifle here, lever action. So, this one's a 45. You can get in 30-30.
They make them in everything now.
Either one, I think, would stop a fictional Sasquatch. So, okay, but let's say you're not outdoors.
Right.
You're just moseying on up to the saloon, about to get yourself a drink.
We got the Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah, Harry and the Hendersons.
You come home and Bigfoot is banging your wife.
He's already there.
Son of a bitch.
Right. And that stinky Bigfoot is on top of your woman. What are you going to do? With that scenario, I wouldn't want over-penetration because you don't want to hit Bigfoot. You assume he's raping your wife because I would hope that your wife wouldn't, actually want to do Bigfoot. That would be really messed up. But let's say it's forced upon her and she isn't, doing Bigfoot. I would go with the Colt single action 45. You'll get a lot of stopping power out of this, but it probably won't go through Bigfoot and into your wife. So, but let's say Bigfoot isn't raping your wife.
It's consensual.
It's consensual, and you want revenge, and how could she? Yeah. And you're in the heat of the moment, and maybe there's two Bigfoots.
It's a Bigfoot spit roast,
maybe, and maybe you need to go through the one Bigfoot and hit the other Bigfoot. Now this weapon could probably do that, and it could probably fit in good enough. It's a modern weapon, but this is the single action Ruger Blackhawk 44 Magnum. Yeah, it could go through both Bigfoots. Yeah. So if your wife is being raped by multiple Bigfoots at one time in the Old West, the 44, it would go right through both of them. So that's the Wild West Bigfoot threat.
Do we need to talk about Alf since we brought?
We can talk about Alf. All right, with that threat, it's a much smaller threat.
Yeah, but you got to protect your cats.
Yeah, I don't think he's most of a rapist like Bigfoot might be.
He's got a weird shaped nose, or am I thinking of Gonzo?
They're both weird shaped noses. Okay. I mean, and I guess you could use this in fighting Gonzo as well if you're talking about, a Muppet type threat with a weird nose.
He's just a blue Alf, really.
Right. So with that, you want something accurate. Smaller caliber, maybe.
Are we still in the Wild West? I mean, Alf's an alien, so.
Yeah, and we don't know his powers, so you want something reliable.
Right.
With that, I would go with this. This is the Ruger SP 101. Made famous by its use in The Bad Lieutenant, the good version of The Bad Lieutenant with Harvey Keitel.
So, in this scenario, if you had to show your wiener while shooting Alf,
the best thing about this gun is its reliability. When you're an extremely unreliable person, let's say you have a gambling habit, a bad drug habit, habit of seeing prostitutes, and using intravenous drugs. And then you also have a habit of making a lot of bets that you can't pay off, and not jockeys. Jockeys. Well, I mean, you can shoot a jockey too if they're coming after.
Those are small,
right? This is a nice bookies, right? Yeah. This is a nice thin, gun, so you can conceal and carry it well. And you could shoot with this one's a 357, of course, but you could shoot 38s through it. A lighter round for your little targets. But if I don't know what powers it has, if it could get bigger, or let's say Gonzo calls up another Muppet friend like Big Bird, you got enough power to knock Big Bird down too, all in one little gun. Yeah. So but the reliability is key because. I don't know, maybe you're a drunk drug addict. What else was he? Prostitute, addict,
I don't know. I just remembered
whatever.
He pulled his dick out on a traffic stop for no reason.
Yeah, that's true. And he shot his radio with his gun when it showed the results of a game that he bet on and he lost because he always loses. He's stupid. Yeah, unreliable person, reliable gun.
I'll take that. That.
And could take out anything from Big Bird to Gonzo.
Or a jockey.
Some of those jockeys, they have to have a lot of skill and they got to be real agile.
Yeah, because they're on a horse and stuff. They're the mounted cavalry of our rambling...
of our potential enemies.
Okay, so that brings us to jockeys. How would we fight the jockey then?
Well, the problem isn't really with the jockey, but with the horse. Because a jockey's big horse that... Yeah. Here's the thing. We don't want to hurt the horse.
No, PETA will get all over.
Right. So you just want to like scare it enough so it like reels up and knocks the little guy off, right?
Yeah, then you could fight the little guy mano-y-mano.
Right. I mean, yeah. So we figured just use a shotgun. Okay, it makes a loud bang.
It's loud.
More than a little starter pistol than these horses are used to. It'll rear up, and then the little guy gets thrown off.
They're trained to rear up.
Right.
When they hear noises louder than starter pistols.
Right. Now, I think the best weapon we could use against this potential threat, the jockey.
Yeah, now that we've got him off this horse.
We've got him off the horse. He's on the ground. He's real low. Because they're short.
And he fell down.
He fell down, right. He tried to use an animal against us.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's best if we use an animal against him.
That's fair.
To take out the threat. And if you got a threat that's low to the ground, and he's probably mean, he's trying to attack you, the best thing is to use a low animal that's also mean. So we have the dachshund, bred to fight badgers, which are like mean little nasty things. So
they're the jockeys of the animal kingdom.
Right. I think a dachshund, like Penny here, I think she could fight a jockey. What do you think? I'm just gonna put her down now. So dachshund.
You gotta tell her there's some food in it for her.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but she could fight a jockey.
Well, I think that wraps up most of our enemies list
for today. Yeah. So we started with the fictional fight against Bigfoot.
Yeah.
In the Old West, and we ended with fighting a jockey with a dachshund. So it's
pretty good day.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Pretty good day.